Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we're going to be testing the RX 9070 XFX. We're going to be playing The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. I'm going to be pairing with the Ryzen 9000X 3D. We're going to be running 32GB of DDR5, 6000 MHz RAM. Here's how the GPU looks inside of the ASUS Hyperion case. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so we're playing in 4K here. We got native on and playing with max settings here. As you guys can see, everything's maxed out. There you go. Some other FPS counter on. Okay, we're getting 56, 60 FPS, around 60 FPS, which is not too bad considering, you know, it is a native here, so that is pretty decent. I think I was getting like 75, 80 with the XD card, so yeah, it's not too bad here, guys, honestly. It's not too bad, but I think in other places of the game, it could drop a little bit below 60, so, you know, there's not much going on here. We're just riding the horse here, but I think in other areas it might drop a little bit. I don't think I recommend these settings for this exact card. But it's nice to see that it's, you know, at least getting 60 FPS here. It's pretty decent here, I'm not going to lie. Also, guys, I have done the 9070 XD video as well. So go and check that out, guys, honestly. It was a pretty good video, I think. So, but yeah, I think this card's not doing too bad in this game, honestly, guys. Like, it's using 12.5 gigabytes of VRAM here. Oh, I think it's dropping a little bit in this area. Yeah, it's dropping a little bit here. I think it's a bit more intense. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really recommend these settings too much. Just because it might not be too stable the whole time. But the game looks really sharp, guys. It looks really sharp now, honestly. Like, really, really sharp. Because I remember yesterday when I was using the FSR, it wasn't too sharp. It was still sharp, you know, but it definitely not as native, honestly. Native really does do a big... Alright guys, so we're still in 4K here. I put frame generation on. I put FSR on quality here. And everything's still on max here, guys. There you go. Everything's still on max. There you go. Alright. Stop my FPS. There you go. Okay, we're getting 150 here. This is really good, guys, honestly. Wow. 150 FPS. And it still looks really good, actually. It really still looks good. It doesn't look as sharp as it did before. Like the hair and all that. Well, I think it still looks pretty good here, guys. Honestly, like FSR 4 is looking brilliant in this game. Honestly, like all the other games, to be honest, like most of the games with FSR 4 look really good. Like Spider-Man looked really good as well. Sadly, didn't run well, but it looked really good. This area looks really nice here. I might need to take a screenshot here, like a little lovely screenshot here for later, but I have to come back here. Looks really nice though. Wow. Generally a stunning title, guys. If you played part 1, I think you're gonna love this one. It looks quite similar to part 1 as well, so it looks beautiful, guys. We're using 13.5 gigabytes of VRAM here, which is, you know, we've still got more than enough here. The 0.1% lows on 85 FPS there. It's not really moving anywhere now, but it's still really smooth though, guys. It is still smooth. I'm gonna try and hang around this area for a bit longer, but yeah, we're getting like 150, 180. Depends where you are, though. Like I said before, it does depend where you are, because we're getting 180s over there. Now we're getting nearly 200 FPS here, so it really does depend on the area you're in. Oh, this hole's not going to jump back up. It's not going to jump back up there anymore. Nice. Right. Let's turn off frame gen now, guys. Alright, guys, so we got 4K still on. We have FSR on quality here, and I turned off frame generation here. And everything is still on max, guys. Let me show you again. Everything's maxed out here. There you go. Restart my FPS thing here. There you go. So we're getting 77 FPS, 80 FPS here. We lost quite a bit of FPS here without frame gen, but it's still really runnable, guys. It's really smooth now, I have to say. It's really smooth now. I think these are the settings I would play with this card, and the same with the XT. But to be honest, with the XT, you could still play with native because it has more performance. So native was running quite a bit better. But if you want to get that smoothness, I think quality here with no frame gen is probably the best settings you can play on, guys. Honestly, there. I have to say, it's probably the best settings. Yeah, we're still continuing here, guys. Literally, I just had a fat cutscene there. But yeah, let me stop my FPS again. So we're getting 105 here. So yeah, it really does depend on the area you're in, guys. Honestly, as you guys can see, like, we're getting like, what, 80, 85 before. We're getting 104 here. So it generally does depend on the area you're in. You have to keep that in mind when you put your settings on. Make sure you're getting at least 90 to 100 FPS. Because you could be you could be dropping way below that, honestly, like to 80s even, or 70s from that. So yeah, if you put it on your settings, just make sure you're getting around there so you can have a stable gameplay everywhere. It's really running well though, guys, honestly, and I'm pleased to see it, because all the other games, like now, especially that Assassin's Creed Shadows, that game is just honestly one of the worst optimized games I've seen in a while. It just doesn't run well, honestly. I was literally, you can't run that game without frame gen. You literally can't. It's just ridiculous, honestly. Like, if you need frame gen for a game that badly, then it's just insane, honestly. Really insane. Alright guys, so we're still in 4K here. I put FSR on balance here, and everything's still maxed out. As you guys can see, fully maxed out still.
I know. It's just, I don't want you to
Okay.
think.
102. I don't think it changed too much, but like I said, it depends on the areas. I think this area might be a bit more intense, and it looks like it's staying around the same FPS. Well, it still looks really nice though, even with balance on. That FPS is really good, guys. I'm really happy about this game just working really well. I did have a crash yesterday when I was playing, but I think it was just a one-off because I only got one crash, and I've been playing here with this card now and it's not been crashing, so it might have just been a one-off crash there. But yeah, it seems to be running really well, guys. And let me know in the comments below what card you guys are playing this game on and if it's running well, because I'm curious, honestly. I've only tested this is the second card I'm testing in this game, so I don't really know how well it runs on other cards. I've not tested the NVIDIA card yet, so let me know in the comments below, guys, how it's running for you. And I think I'm going to do a 5070 Ti video as well, so that's going to be lovely. I'm not going to go there because that one would going to have a cutscene there for like 20 minutes. I'm not going to go in there. But yeah, it's running really well here. I have to say, it does run really well. I'm curious to see how 1440p is going to run with the native setting on, but lovely. This guy's still here, chilling with his dog. Yeah, it's just running really well, guys. Honestly, there's nothing to say here. All right, guys. So we're in 1440p here. Natives on. We have no upscaling, nothing like that. And everything's still maxed out here, guys. There you go. Let me show you the FPS. So we're getting like 104 here. So I think we're getting like around 15 FPS less than we were getting with the XT card. Somewhere around there. Just like I said before, it just depends where you look. Because here we're getting 120, here we're getting like 1.5. But it is about 15 to 20 FPS less than the XT card, which is not too bad, actually. I have to say, that is not too bad. I'm pretty impressed, honestly, guys. But if you're playing on the 1440p monitor, you should be completely fine here, even in native. So yeah, I'll definitely play with native, guys. If you got a 1440p monitor and this card, play with native. It looks absolutely fantastic here. Looks fantastic, and it runs really well. So if we're getting 110 here, then you're probably going to get, like, in the more intense areas, probably around 90 to 80, I think. So yeah, I think it should be completely fine. Also, I just had one of the comments, someone responded to my comment because I said I say it honestly a lot. And yeah, it's just funny to see it, honestly. But yeah, I say it a lot, honestly. I do say it a lot, as you guys can see. So it's pretty funny though, honestly. But yeah, it's running really well, guys. There's nothing to say here. Yeah, I'm gonna try quality quickly, and I think I might end the video here, guys, because there's honestly nothing else to test here. Like, we're getting 110 FPS with max settings. So all right, guys, so we're still in 4040p here. We got quality on now, and everything's maxed out here, guys, as like before it was. Okay, let me show you. Okay, we're getting 140 FPS here, guys, which is really good. It looks less sharper than native, of course. Jenny do recommend native, especially with this card, and you know, if you got a native 1440p monitor, you should be completely fine. It runs really well like that, and yeah, these are probably, they would be probably the settings I'd recommend, because this is still good. You know, you're getting 140 FPS, but it doesn't look as sharp as native did, and the FPS bump is like, I mean, you're getting like 20 FPS more, but it's not too significant. I mean, it is 20, 30 FPS, but it's not mind blowing, and you know, it does look significantly worse, I would say. So yeah, I think generally just play with native if you guys can. If you guys got this card, definitely play with native, because I think it looks a bit better. Honestly, it does. And I am playing on the 4K monitor, so it does look a little bit worse for me. So yeah, but I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe, guys, and see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.